Hi, this is Matthew Peterson from Home Watch Caregivers of New Haven. We are a home health care company in the New Haven area that helps people live where they choose with safety, comfort, dignity, in a way that provides peace of mind for them and their families. This is the second part of a video. In the first part, we've been talking to CCurran from Care Patrol of Connecticut and New York. They are a free concierge service that helps seniors and their families make decisions on living and places for care. But it's a complicated industry, and there's assisted living facilities and skilled nursing facilities and memory care facilities. And I thought it'd be nice, and Chris was generous enough to spend a couple more minutes talking about what those terms mean and the different options that people, seniors and their families have for care for their loved ones. So Chris, why don't you kind of help us demystify and detangle what some of these terms mean? Thank you.
Sure. Be happy to. Thanks for having me on, Matthew. So again, Care Patrol is a free senior placement concierge service for seniors and their families. We handhold the families through the process, no matter what that process might look like. They may need home care services at home, and that's easy enough. We make a referral to you for some home care. But if somebody is looking to go into an assisted living community or looking for some safer senior living, there are different types of communities out there. There's different options. So what I tell seniors and their families that they don't always understand is that a nursing home isn't the answer unless their loved one has such high care needs that they can't be managed at home or in an assisted living community. So those types of things are continual IVs, tracheostomies and trach care. Most communities can't handle tube feedings and those types of things. So those are things that really require skilled nursing. Now, what people don't understand or don't know because they're not aware or in the industry is that the assisted living communities nowadays and memory care communities can do a very high level of care. So you don't necessarily have to go into a skilled nursing facility until you actually really require that high level of skilled care. So the main differences, or the two buckets I have, or I tend to tell people about assisted living and memory care, are the one bucket is your social model, and then the other is your medical model. So I use those two terms, basically social model, meaning they don't have an enhanced licensure, and they typically focus on more of an independent population. So when I use the word social versus medical, I don't mean social as in, socializing or the getting along with your residents, but I mean social as in more of a vibrant living community that has more independent and more of a focus there. Whereas the medical model assisted livings, not that they're not vibrant, not that they don't have good socialization and activities, but their residents there tend to fall on the spectrum of having a higher acuity of care. They might be wheelchair bound or bed bound. They might need an altered diet. They might have wound care needs. There's different things that are on that scale of higher acuity that these assisted livings can handle nowadays. Before, it was either you were in your apartment or in your home, or you're in an independent living community, and then you went to a nursing home or a rest home. Now, since these assisted living communities and memory care communities can handle such a high level of care, they have 24-hour nursing, they have medical oversight, they have all of the services brought in that can help keep a senior there for the rest of their lives so they can age in place. So our goal as advisors is to really help streamline the process, but also provide the families with an option that's going to keep their loved ones safe, not just today, but also tomorrow. So it's nice to have options that of communities that actually have higher care capabilities. So understanding the differences of the communities helps families understand the right ones to choose. You don't want to choose a community thinking it's appropriate for mom and then find out 2 weeks later or a month later or 3 months later that the community can no longer meet her care needs. So it's important to understand what communities are out there, what they can do, and when they're appropriate to go to those particular communities. What level of care can they handle?
So it really seems that one of the things that think you do and you guys do so well is it's not simply looking and saying, oh, this is an assisted living and this is a skilled nursing facility, but understanding that there's gradations and really more of a almost a continuum. And that's really what your business is to understand where every facility is on that continuum and help people find the most appropriate facility. It's a great service, and I can tell you from my perspective, very, very much needed. And I think you guys add a lot of value. Again, so I am Matthew Peterson. I own Home Watch Caregivers of New Haven, where we help people live where they choose. And Chris has provided, I think, a lot of detail and kind of shown you just how complex this can be and how much value he and his team can add in the process. Chris's contact information will be in the notes below, as will mine. And Chris, thank you very much. This has been a very valuable, and I hope people reach out to you because I know how hard this is for seniors and their families.
I thank you for having me on, Matthew. Listen, it's a scary time for seniors and their families sometimes, and they don't know where to turn. So we're here to help. We're here to be a support system and help guide them through the process.
Great. Thank you very much, and thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you, Matthew.